listen to this. Right now, Moderna says it's working on a vaccine booster that would specifically target the Delta variant. The company's president says it would target Delta because of its high contagious levels, and it will target Beta for its ability to evade immune protection from previous infections and vaccinations. Right now, Moderna is waiting for its emergency approval from the FDA. That's for a third booster dose of its original COVID-19 vaccine. We now head over to Houston, where we find our BNC correspondent, Derrick Lewis. There he is. And Derrick, how are people actually getting around this vaccine mandate?
Yeah, so Marcel, it's called a religious exemption, which means that you can use your religion to skip out on various required vaccines. Now people are using it as a reason not to get the COVID-19 shot. Thousands of people around the country are doing it, from police officers to government workers around the country. The trend is growing as President Biden requires more Americans, more than 100 million Americans, to get vaccinated. Hospitals say they are getting overwhelmed because of the amount of the requests that they are getting for the exemption. Now, the Labor Department says if it becomes too much of a burden for employers, then these accommodations can be denied. I talked to a pastor here in Houston about what it's like getting the younger generation vaccinated.
I think it's a hoax. I think for the most part there's no foundation or no basis for it. It's a pretty legitimate escape, because it's very hard to, I guess, say validate it, or disqualify it. But I think not. I don't think it's legitimate.
So this religious exemption came to be part of the Civil Rights Act of 1964, saying that employers must make these accommodations for those who disagree with work requirements. Now, the federal government expected some people to do this. Marcel?
All right, a lot of good information, Derrick. Thank you so much for that report.